Good morning, everyone. I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to the last day of our Stampin' Up! Greens. Every day I have been showcasing a certain green color from Stampin' Up! And today's color is going to be soft sea foam. I'm also going to coordinate soft sea foam with different color combinations, and we'll see what you kind of like the best. I'm also using Forever Blossoms, a beautiful stamps. Uh-oh, am I still there? A beautiful stamp set that is, I don't know, I think it's very feminine and floral and romantic, and it's kind of meant for wedding cards, I suppose, but I don't need any wedding cards coming up, so we're going to make some other cards that we can use for everyday kind of occasions. Luckily, this stamp set comes with dies, which is great. And I'm also going to incorporate some of that free Sale-a-Bration vellum. Oh man, what's the big name? Vellum's very vellum specialty designer series paper. And of course, the best part is that you can get it for free. So I'm going to be incorporating those beautiful colors in with these cards. So when you pop on, say hello, tell me where you're from. We like to chit chat back and forth here. I'm hoping that the internet goes okay here. So far we had a little bloop, so I don't know if you are going to be able to see this or not. If not, hopefully you'll catch it on the replay or on YouTube. All right, so here we go. Let me switch my screen around just so you can see the Forever Blossoms stamp set. Cherish every moment of this day, which we're going to see. I'm going to cut apart some of these sayings so that we can make it a little bit maybe less wedding-ish, I suppose. And of course, these blossoms are so pretty. Hello, Jennifer. Good morning. Oh, I'm glad to see somebody on here because I wasn't sure if it was going to work here. And of course, it comes with all of these dies, which are so many. How fun is this? So I'm liking this set. Here's that So Very Vellum that I was talking about for free. Jen, am I breaking up? I feel like I'm, it's kind of like a little stop, start. But the vellum comes with Pool Party, a Purple Posy, and Soft Sea Foam. So aren't those pretty, those colors pretty? Just so soft and really kind of hits with the Subtles collection, which of course is one of my favorite color combos. Okay, so our first card for this morning is going to be this one. The color combo that I'm going to use is actually Seaside Spray, Soft Sea Foam. Maybe I'll get the colors so you can kind of see them all together. Seaside Spray and Flirty Flamingo. Oh, not bad, hey? Who would have thought? I would never have paired these two together because to me, I think this one is so bright. But when you tie it in with this, it kind of all goes, doesn't it? So, all right, here we go. I think I'm going to stamp the entire flower stamp, which is this one. Now I'm torn. I think I'm going to use basic gray. I don't want to use black because I think it'll be too intense, but I don't want to do smoky slate because I need it to be bright enough to tackle that Flirty Flamingo. So what I'm going to do here is recognize these beautiful frames here, ornate frames that are coming out April 1st for all my customers. Hello, Julie. Good morning. So I cut that out with the soft sea foam, and then I also used a little stitched rectangle. I don't know if you can see. We're going to do some layered stamping here. So I'm just going to put a wee little piece of snail on the back of that rectangle. I'm going to lay it kind of where I want it, which is basically in the center. maybe a little higher than center. Okay, and then I'm going to get my basic gray ink, and I'm going to ink up this Blossom stamp. Now, of course, this is a big stamp, so you're going to want to leave it on your table and bring your ink pad to it. All right, let's go. I'm going to place it on here like this. And now you're saying, well, Jen, that's not going to fit. That's okay. We're doing a fun technique here. So here we go. Place it down. I'm going to just, you know, kind of press down to make sure the spots all get covered, because it's not a polymer stamp, photopolymer. So if you don't get it all, it's you can't kind of line it up so well. There's tricks and ways. Now you're also saying, but you know, there's little gaps here. Not to worry. Now we're going to take this off. Have you all done this technique before? And I'm going to get out my Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to color in these flowers. Of course, they come in a dark version and a light version, so I'm going to start with the dark. Whoops. I prefer the bullet end. Different people prefer different things, right? So now Stampin' Up! Has made it easy, so you can kind of see where they did the shading. And so that is kind of where you're going to concentrate your dark color when you're coloring. Everyone have a good evening. On the weekend, a lot of you heard that I took a wrong turn on one of the trails and ended up having a 8-kilometer walk. Anyways, at one point it was pretty steep, and I kind of fell, not fell down the hill. I fell down on my butt while going down, and I kind of like did something to my neck. I don't know. I'm not sure what I did, but anyways, it's been okay. Like, it's been there, but today, oh, it woke me up last night. I couldn't sleep very well, and today, this morning, it's pretty stiff. And of course, there's no massage people open, no chiropractor open, no physio, no. So we're just gonna have to get through this. You know, I can't lose my neck. I need to craft. I know poor Lori, she has this problem. Her neck is bugging her, and some Stampin' Up! Wounds, I guess, right? All right, now I'm going to go back in with that light color. I'm actually just going to go, well, I think I'll use the bullet end to color in. Now I should have gone back. I've done little sections is what I'm trying to say, as opposed to doing all the darks first. It just helps it to blend better, but we'll be all right here. So what are your feelings of soft sea foam? I've always liked it. I think it's because it's kind of one of those subtle colors that, you know, I'm kind of a calm type. Not really at all, but I prefer my colors kind of calm and simple, not really bright and bold. That's not my thing, but so I do like soft sea foam for sure, but it's very subtle. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the So Saffron Stampin' Blends, and just go in with the dark. Once again, kind of where the shadowing is. And then with the light, and has anyone played with this stamp set yet? This is my first time. I like it. I like these flowers. They're simple to color. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so now that's all the coloring I'm going to do. I'm not going to color where the piece meets the green paper. I'm just going to leave that gray. I almost could have got away, I think, with a smaller size of this. And that's okay. All right, so now remember those little pieces, those gaps that sometimes don't get filled in. That's okay, because we've got this little frame that's going to go around. Let me glue this down. Oh, I always like the back when you stamp to a Stampin' Blend, or colored with Stampin' Blends. Always looks so pretty. Okay, and now I'm going to place that on there. I wonder if I should pop it up. I think I'm just going to lay it flat. Now the key is to try and kind of pay attention to where the items are. You know, kind of like where that leaf would go, where that little piece would go, edge of that. Everything lines up well. Okay. And then let's glue this. Oh, you know what I was going to do? Darn. I was going to slide this underneath somewhere in an open space. Let's take this off quick. Well, it's not going to go. Not going to go willingly. So let's just get out our dental floss and shimmy this underneath. Take it off. I wanted to incorporate this beautiful vellum in all the projects. Now because it's vellum, I'm assuming it's going to be kind of see-through with the tape, the snail tape. There. Maybe a little farther down. Maybe not. I'm just going to leave it. Let's leave it. Okay, let's add a little more glue here. And place this back down. Ready. Okay. Now, I'm wondering about the saying. We can put a little saying here, a little saying here. There is the little word friend. I think I'm going to use friend. That's kind of a nice, easy thing. Could be friend, happy birthday, friend, thinking of you, friend, whatever. Now, I'm wondering about, I think I'm going to put it in there. Should I put it down here? Maybe I'll put it up here. There, and that's once again with the basic gray ink. Just a little softer than the black. Little. Okay, let's glue this on now. Now I don't know why people are not on here. We started off on here. I had a little oops at the beginning here. It was saying, you know, stop recording or broadcast is interrupted or something it said. So I don't know what happened there, but it's still recording on my screen. So I'm hoping that if nothing else, you'll get to watch the replay later on. Isn't that pretty? So, okay, of course, this is Screaming for Pearls. I was also wondering about, what about, but we don't have Balmy Blue, we don't have Flirty Flamingo ribbon. Soft Seafoam we don't. It needs, I'm wondering about a little bow there. We do have the, what is this called? Crinkle Seam Binding Ribbon. Let's tie a bow and see what we think. if we don't like it, we don't have to use it. Does that add a little something? Let's do it. Okay. Get those big tails off. Put that back in the next bucket. And of course we're going to use our glue dots to attach this. It's kind of like making it into a bouquet. Whoop. Maybe I'll cut these a little nicer here. Just kind of blunt straight across. There, that's better. And like I said, I think we need some pearls. We could actually add some pink pearls because we have our Stampin' Blends in Flirty Flamingo. Let's do that. Okay, let's go with a medium size and maybe 2 smallers. Oh, so pretty. Let's take your pick tool. And place these down. I'm going to move this one. I don't want them in a big row. This one a little higher. There. What do you think? I like that combo together. I love this technique where you kind of layer your stamping. Just kind of is a neat effect. So there we go. Now I'm going to have to work on the envelopes and the inserts later on, which I will show you on my blog later on today. If you missed what colors these are, I will give you the measurements, what products I used. They will also be on my blog later on today. So there you go. There's our first project for today. How pretty. All right, the next project is going to be with, let me put these colors away. This one's going to be So Saffron, of course, Mint Macaron. Oh, I'm bumping here. And Purple Posy. Right off the hop, I thought Easter when I saw this color combo. Could be, yeah, but we'll see how it comes together. So first off, I have a card base of soft sea foam. I have my layer of this beautiful vellum, so very vellum. And I wanted to actually put it onto a piece of Purple Posy. This is the Purple Posy color. I think it just makes it stand out a little bit more, if you will, because see how it kind of gets lost and mutes the color a little funny. You could also put some white behind it, which would help it out, but I thought I really want to showcase this Purple Posy, so that's why I chose to put that on the background. Let me just get some snail and put them in some spots here. Don't need to put it all over. Okay, that's going to go there. And then I have a stitched rectangle, which I'm going to place there in Whisper White. I have a yellow So Saffron circle, which we're going to attach some flowers. So this stamp set not only comes with that nice big sprig of flowers, but it also comes with just a single flower, which I pre-stamped in So Saffron. I also pre-stamped these little leaves in So Soft Sea Foam. And so we're just gonna kind of layer this up a little together. And we'll see what we need, if we need any more something in the background. I'm almost wondering about stamping. There's a single leaf in soft seafoam here. I think I'm gonna do it. Just to add a little something to just to tame down that white, I guess. Now let's see what it looks like if we stamp off. I almost want it a little lighter like that. So let's stamp off once, maybe even twice, just to lighten it. There, I think that's good. Just something a little bit to break up some of that white. Okay, let's start assembling and then we'll see how this goes when we start putting it together. Put my snail tape. Let's add this layer on. I like those leaves there. And I'm hoping it'll stay okay on that very vellum. Otherwise, we may have to get out our multi-purpose liquid glue. Now before I go attaching this circle, what I want to do is kind of do that ribbon, that zigzag, that Z kind of thing. So let me just put some snail on the back and let's get zigzagging. So you just kind of fold it over, not too far, of course, and fold it over. Like so, like a great big M. Ooh, these scissors need a clean. I think I'm just going to put it a little, should I do sideways? No, because I'm going to be putting something across. Just going to put it diagonal. Let's put dimensionals behind this to pop it up. It'll also help hold that ribbon in place. And let's put it on the diagonal there, like so. And then let's start adding our flowers and leaves. So I kind of want to put 2 flowers down at the bottom. So now I'm going to cover up my fancy ribbon that I did here. Okay, let's just glue this down. Actually, I should have let's tuck some of those leaves underneath, like so. I was gonna color in these flowers and I thought, no, I'm gonna just leave it nice and soft looking. But, you know, if you want to color them up, go for it. I'm just gonna place these leaves kind of underneath, just stick it to it. Add a little more snail there. And place that down. And once again, get a little bit of these leaves in here. Oh, let's put that in between a petal. Add a little more glue. make sure that the flower stays inside the card base. Otherwise, it's not going to fit so well into the envelope. Let's just bend that over a little. Okay. I'll just a little further down, I think. Okay. Now let's work on a saying that's just kind of going to go kind of across like so. Let's see, I kind of wanted to do cherish every moment, friend, or you mean so much, friend, or you mean so much to me, friend. That would work. What color should we use, do you think? I'd like to use Purple Posy, however, it's not a great ink because that's why they got rid of it. Just couldn't work. Let's try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, we'll just have to do a different color. You mean so much to me. It's just very bubbly. It's not bad. And let's do friend. Now I know I stamped friend before with the basic gray, so I don't want that residue there. And let's just put friend at the end. Did you always tell yourself that friend has end at the end? Friend at the end. To remember how to spell it. Fry end. I used to tell my grade 2s. Fry end. Okay, let's get my mini trimmer and kind of cut this out a little narrower. Let's see. Maybe even narrower yet? I could. Let's see if I can get it. Looks good. Oh, just a little. Okay. Now for the ends, I think I want to do the Lisa Harden kind of snip where we put those angled edges. Now I see I did a little ding here, so I'm going to try and attempt to get that off. Yes, did it. There, you mean so much to me, friend. Still too thick, I think. Let's trim it down just a tad more. It's covering too much of those pretty flowers. Hopefully that'll help a little. I suppose I could take a little bit. I'm getting too picky. A little bit off the top, but let's just go with it. I almost, yeah, we could always cut out a little flower or a little leaf to kind of go on that saying if we want. Let me get my dimensionals. Let's pop this version up. There we go. Just right in the center. Let's make it straight. It's so little, but my goodness, it's being a pain. You know what? I think if we add some pearls, I think it'll just tie it all together well. I don't know if I want to play with any more leaves or anything. It might get too busy. So let me get my pearls and take your pick tool. Let's do a medium. Needs a little more goo on the end. There we go. And let's do two little guys up here. suppose I could have switched that around. I almost want to because this side is so heavy with the friend. You need a little bit more balance down here. And then we'll put that bigger one up here. There we go. What do you think? So without coloring, we just stamped in a color. We don't often do that, I don't. I don't often stamp in a color for flowers and just leave it at that. Kind of, oh, what would have been nice too is little pearls inside the center of the flowers too, I suppose. But there we go. You mean so much to me, friend. So nobody gets the wrong idea. So there's our second card. Our third card, put Flirty Flamingo back. So pretty, pretty, pretty. I have basic, the Whisper White, sorry, the thick for their card base. I've also got the Pool Party version of the So Very Vellum. It almost has like a sheen to it too. It's quite pretty. I like it. Then I cut out, not to tempt you, but the soft sea foam with those ornate frames. Gorgeous. And then I already colored and cut out one of the sprigs. Forgot to tell you what colors I'm using here. I am using Mint Macaron. No, I'm not. I'm using Pool Party, Petal Pink, and So Saffron. Soft sea foam, pardon me. Too many S's. There we go. They kind of are pretty, aren't they? I like it. I needed to tie in that Pool Party vellum with this. And so these three colors kind of looked really pretty together, I thought. Okay, so this was my plan to kind of lay it off to the side, kind of like we did the last time. And then just put a little sentiment or something here. But I want to add this beautiful petal pink ribbon with the gold on the edges. So pretty. Now, I was just going to attach this right to the card base, but since I'm going to be wrapping the ribbon, I need somewhere to wrap the ribbon around. I think I will pop that on white. Okay, so I know that this is going to be covering most of the middle section, so that way I can put glue kind of on the middle portion of the vellum and not have to worry about it showing through, if that makes sense. And I'll try and line it up as best as I can. And it's pretty forgiving because you know it's going to be white underneath, but I see that it's just a little too, the white's showing just a little too much, so we're going to snip that off. A wonderful little trimmer that you can get for free. Right now, Stampin' Up is giving it away when you order a starter kit. Okay, so before I glue this down, I want to wrap this with this beautiful ribbon. And I kind of want to make a bow over here. So I'm going to go pretty close to the edge because I'm not sure exactly where that frame is going to end. Let's kind of fiddle with this bow here until we get it nice looking. I think that'll do. Okay, and let's cut off those tails like so. We can always adjust later on too. We can put it higher up, we can put it lower, whatever. I'm working way down, aren't I? I should almost bring this. Here, let's go like this, because that's where I tend to work, isn't it? All right, so let's glue this down. No, maybe I shouldn't. Let's wait here. Let's attach this to here, and this will go over top, like so. just a tad smaller. There we go. There. I think I'm going to do it a little off-centered, and that's okay. Now I'm going to put some liquid glue, I think. Or should we pop this up? No, liquid glue. Just to make sure that it stays on that vellum. I'm not sure how it works. I haven't played with it before. Slide that underneath that bow. Just kind of let it sit for a minute. Now, should we pop up these flowers, do you think? Another question I also had was, what about going around all that white with the pool party? I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it alone. Let's just leave it. Now let's pop it up. I'm not going to be popping anything else up, so, you know, why not, right? Attach these to those, all the little flower bits. I think that'll be good. Bud's snoring behind me. So cute. So cute when he does it, but when Kevin does it, it's not so cute. Just saying. Okay, let's just place that down like so. And the color I used to stamp this sprig, if you will, was actually Smoky Slate. I wanted it nice and light. A little more off his tail. There we go. So that it's nice and light looking, right? It would almost look neat if I did a layer of Smoky Slate, just a tiny, tiny layer behind. It would kind of tie that in. An idea. All right, let's stamp a sentiment. I wonder if we could do cherish every moment. I'm taking a big risk because I've got a bump here and I've got bumps underneath. Should we do it? Should we do it? Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, I don't want of this day. That's too long for what we're gonna use here. So get out your sticky notes and block off of this day. You could also just use the word cherish or every moment. Oh, so cute. Okay, so I've blocked off what I don't want. I'm going to ink it up with the Smoky Slate. And then take off this piece. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see how it works. Cherish every moment. It's okay. Cherish every moment. Now, I was thinking about doing pearls. However, do you remember that we have those beautiful champagne rhinestones? I bet that would look nice. Yeah. Kind of ties in with that petal pink color. could also put them as the center of the flowers. I think it needs something in here. I move them around so much that they start falling off. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Leave it at that. What do you think? Pretty, hey? I like it. And I need a feminine card, just a girly, pretty card. I think this is gonna be my go-to. It's just so pretty. There we go. Nice, hey? I like it. All right, and on to our last card. A little bit darker colors I chose on this one. Let me get rid of some of these colors that I'm not using right at the moment. We are going with Blushing Bride, Mint Macaron, and Soft Seafoam. I like it. We'll see. We'll see. So once again, I'm going to be using a Soft Seafoam card base. Now, I was going to place this right here, but however, I want to wrap a ribbon again. So I'm going to actually just put a layer of Whisper White behind it and glue that down. Then I've got Blushing Bride with those gorgeous frames. Oh, it's just so pretty. And then I have this piece of Mint Macaron, which I used the stitched rectangles. And I'm just going to put some layers here of just layers, if you will. I'm going to wrap some of this white twine. I almost wonder if that's too big, that Mint Macaron. I almost wonder if these are too big also. We will see. We'll start assembling and see how things go. Now what I wanted to do for this, I think, is stamp that big sprig, but let's emboss it. What do you think? I'll emboss it in white. We can emboss it in white. We could stamp it in Mint Macaron just as a faint little piece. Oh, I wish you guys were here to chit-chat with. I miss you guys. Good old internet. I don't know. My husband's computer didn't start today, and so he's using my laptop. Let's do the embossing. It's always fun when we emboss, right? Get out our embossing buddy to make sure there's no oils anywhere or any static left on your paper, where that powder's going to stick where you don't want it. You don't want that. Okay, let's just ink this up with our Versamark ink. It's really a really sticky ink that's clear, so it works well for putting that powder on. Now this is not all going to fit, but well, I suppose we can get most of it. I wonder if we put it more center. Let's do that, as opposed to a little off center. We always did the off center thing. Let's do center this time. Okay. Now our Whisper White embossing powder. That looks even pretty, just the Versamark on there, doesn't it? You can do that, by the way. You can use Versamark as kind of an ink that for a little background that isn't super intense. Okay, let's heat this up. I'm going to have to take out a plug here. Bear with me. plug the heat tool back in. I should get another little attachment, and then I wouldn't have to do this. All right. Hopefully I didn't touch anything with my belly. Here we go. It's not fun watching it melt. It never gets old. Now I'm wondering, could just leave it, or we could go in with the mint macaron. This mint macaron, yep. The mint macaron light and color in those leaves. Let's try it. Help kind of accentuate some of the design a little better. Excuse me. I don't know if it stayed or not. Maybe I should have went in with the dark version. It's not really hanging in there. Let's try the dark. It's kind of like that crayon resist you would have done when you were a kid. That you're re-embossed. The marker doesn't stick to. May for a little bit here, but you need to just go in with a Kleenex and give it a little wipe. And that'll take off any excess that was maybe on that white embossing powder, or yeah, on the embossing. Now, what about, we don't have a Blushing Bride, a Stampin' Blend, but we could, what about Wink of Stella? Want to try that? If we go over the flowers with the Wink of Stella, all the open spots. I'm hoping one day that they will come out with a Stampin' Blend color for every single color that they have, because it is fun to color with them. You probably can't see the Wink of Stella so well, but I can sure see it nicely here. Just a beautiful shimmer. I really want a pink something in the middle. I'm not sure which color I would use. I wonder if the light flirty flamingo might be enough to just add a little pink. Yeah, I think so. pink without being too intense. There. Can you see that? Just a little something to tie in that pink. There we go. So pretty. Okay, let's start gluing these things together. First off, I'm going to glue this on here. Once again, I'm just going to kind of put more snail in the center because I know that's going to get covered over with some ribbon and the other layers. Next, was I going to use this? I was going to use the twine, wasn't I? So do a bit of wrapping here. I'm going to place some snail on the back there. And just wrap and wrap and wrap for a bit. That's good. Tuck that edge and tuck this edge. So, and let's glue everything else down before we commit. Let's place this over top. Now I'm wondering, I think I'm going to use dimensionals behind it just because that ribbon is kind of thick. I wonder what it would look like if we use that individual flower in petal pink or even with the Versamark. That would be too many flowers. Let's just try Blushing Bride on Blushing Bride. Let's try it on the back and see what we think. Ooh, too dark. Okay, let's go in with just the Versamark then. Subtle. I guess it's there, but it's not. Yeah, I like it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just add a little pattern on this piece. I think that'll help tie in our flowers. Place it a little off-centered, or we can do it kind of, let's angle it. Let's make it a little bit willy-nilly. See how you can test things out on the back before you make a big decision. If you're having trouble deciding, that often helps me. There. Hi, Indy. What are you up for? What are you doing? And let's just, yeah, I think I'm just going to glue that straight down. Oh, sheesh. That went right inside. Okay, so that little ribbon there is just kind of a little hint of something, right? I almost think I'm just going to go with one, I don't really want it up there, one layer here for our saying. I'm not sure if I want, white's almost too stark, isn't it? What do you think? A little too much. Yeah, let's go with that one. Soft sea foam. Now what saying are we gonna use for this? Got a friend, cherish every moment of this day. You mean so much to me, wishing you a long life together filled with love and promise, always and forever. All of me loves all of you. I did have, let's see, did I put it away? A smaller piece of this. Maybe we'll just put the word like friend. You could do friend to me. You could do cherish every day. Every moment. Cherish would look pretty too. Let's just go with cherish. Like, I cherish you, my friend. I think that makes sense, I hope. If not, someone. Just have to leave it. Okay, so block off those parts that you don't want inked up. Oh, my little darling is ringing the bell. She woke up from her nap. And I think I'm just going to use soft seafoam on soft seafoam because I just want it light. Take this part off. And nothing else is inked up. Ooh, hopefully it fits. Here we go. Cherish. And I'm going to put some pearls here. Oof. Wrong way, that's why I can't close it. Okay, let's pop this one up. I'm closing myself into a little corner here, I see. Just wondering if I should go to the edge. And if I do go to the edge, I'm going to have to pop this layer up twice. Yeah, I think I'm going to. Decisions, decisions. The reason why I'm popping it up double on that portion is because this layer is already popped up, and so I don't want it kind of lopsided. Okay, now get out the pearls just to finish it off with. Take your pick tool. Now what if we were to do a large, medium, and small? Large, medium, and small. That look all right? I think so. Can you see the shimmer of the wink of Stella? I don't like it captures it. It does look pretty though. All right, let's glue this all onto our card base. I'm going to use liquid glue just because of that ribbon. sneaking out glue there. There. There we go. Just a little mismatch of a little card there with our Versamark and our embossing powder and Wink of Stella. Blushing Bride, Soft Seafoam, and Mint Macaron. It actually kind of goes well. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. Let me just get out all my cards here. I suppose I should have left that screen on. Let's just review. Let me get this back. Nope, that's not what I want. That's what I want. There we go. So we have this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Screen needs to be just a tad bigger. That one. So there we go. How pretty. All different ways to use this set. So I'm going to work on the inserts and the envelopes. I'm going to put them onto my blog later on today. And you can get all the measurements and all of that from there. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always ask. I always like when people ask questions. Coming up tomorrow is Lisa's live, I believe. I believe she's still going on. Our next class, I'm thinking about switching some things up with my videos. Having a video every day, however, one card, and posting it each day with a certain stamp set for the entire week. So I'm thinking about that. If that sounds kind of interesting, let me know if you would prefer. I want to do short videos because apparently I put people to sleep, and short videos, but every day. So we shall see how that works. Goals. I don't know. This always evolves and changes, right? So, all right. If any of this piqued your interest, contact me and I can help you get these items into your hands as well. And thanks for watching the replay. I appreciate that. I wish it could have been live. It's much more fun with you live, but you know how it goes. All right. Have a good day, everyone.